Do you want me to read you a story? Here, this one's your favorite. Once upon a time, in a kingdom far from home, lived a little pixie. All her little life, the little pixie wanted nothing more than to go on one big adventure. One day, all the creatures in the realm were sad because the sun had ceased its sparkling shine. So the little pixie decided to travel across the land on a thrilling adventure to bring back the sun. In the Garden of Eternity, she encountered an ancient guardian. He promised to grant her one wish if she could traverse the land, climb to the top of Mount Vale, and reach the blessed summit of the Wolf. But the journey would be long and hard. First, she traveled to Circlewood Forest. There, she befriended the suspicious scions and taught them not to fear strangers. She next traveled to the Caves of the Forgotten, where she taught the logical spring eagles to appreciate art. In Moonlit Marsh, she encountered a lonely warlock and taught him the power of friendship. Near her destination was Scarwood Keep, where a large and terrifying dragon was terrorizing the villagers. But the little pixie scared off the dragon, and so the villagers were safe. Exiting the keep, the little pixie arrived at her destination, Mount Vale, where she began her long and arduous climb. Finally, the little pixie stepped to the top of the mountain and reached the summit of the Wolf. "And what gift do you wish me to bestow upon you?" asked the guardian. "I wish for the sun to be free," answered the little pixie. And so her wish was granted. The sun shone in the sky once more. And the little pixie was able to bring bright light back into the kingdom. All the creatures rejoiced, and the little pixie lived happily ever after. The end.
I'm too old for that book, you know.
It was your favorite when you were a child.
I'm not a little girl anymore, in case you hadn't noticed.
You're right. You're certainly not. Forgive a father's nostalgia. Good night, my little pixie.
Good night, Daddy. I was flying through a living forest, unrestricted by body or mind. As I soared past the tree line and up to the horizon, I knew I was free. I felt the heat of warm summer rays shine down upon my skin, followed by the soft tickle of wet grass on my bare arms. Joy bathed the corners of my lips, and comforting daylight irresistibly slipped back my eyelids. No sun. This all seemed so familiar, so why couldn't I remember it? I was sitting in a majestic, ethereal garden. A beautiful, angelic woman stood before me, smiling with unconditional maternal love.
Greetings, Ophelia. Welcome to the Garden of Eternity. Step forward so we may speak.
This garden is beautiful, miss.
The Garden of Eternity is my home, as it is home to all goddesses. It exists outside of time and space. Only the purest may enter this hallowed place. Its waters flow into your world, filling it with life. Here you will find safety and comfort, for no harm shall come to you whilst you remain within these walls.
May I ask how I got here, to this garden?
The same way all do, young one, through turmoil and pain.
Turmoil and pain?
I'm afraid so, child. You were attacked by a malevolent beast. I brought you here so that you could recover and heal.
I was the victim of an attack?
Not a victim, a survivor.
But I don't feel hurt.
Not all attacks are solely physical, young one.
If I was attacked, then why don't I remember it?
You will when the time is right, and when you are ready.
Forgive me, but how do you know my name?
I know all who walk this path, my child. You are young Ophelia of the Kethergy tribe. Like all pixies, you have pointed ears and live in the forest.
I'm confused. Why are you calling me a pixie?
Because that is what you are, child. Pixies live in small tribes throughout the forest. While each tribe has its own customs and beliefs, all pixies follow the path of nature. Females tend to be friendly, gentle, and kind. Males, however, are aggressive hunters who track wild game through the forest for sport.
That doesn't sound very nice.
It often isn't, especially when the hunted are sentient, benevolent creatures.
So, I'm not human?
Do you feel human?
No, I don't suppose I do. I've always felt different. If I may ask, who are you?
I am the goddess Adina, overseer and protector of this world.
A goddess? I thought goddesses only existed in mythology.
It is as it is, child. I, like the others of my kind, am a divine being of light. We goddesses are the maternal protectors of the corporeal world. We are summoned forth when an inhabitant of that world, such as yourself, is in need of guidance.
You're made up of light? Does that mean you don't have parents?
Goddesses have always been and always will be. Our lives are not linear like your own. Now then, as I have told you a little bit about myself, would you allow me the same honor? Tell me about yourself, young one.
Oh, me? I'm Ophelia. I live at home in Michigan with my parents, go to school, and like to read.
And your parents? Tell me about them, child.
They're nothing special. My mom's really nice. You remind me of her, actually.
And your father?
He likes to read me bedtime stories. He always tells me I'm his little pixie. It's been a pleasure meeting you, but I really just want to go home. Can you tell me how to get back?
Of course. To find the answer you seek, you must drink from the pond of knowledge. It lies high atop Mount Vale at the summit of the Wolf, located at the far end of the world. But be warned, young Ophelia, for your journey there will be long and perilous, and you will face many obstacles along the way.
Why is the top of Mount Vale called the summit of the Wolf?
Why are you named Ophelia? Why is this place called the Garden of Youth? Why is anything given a name, young one? The label matters not. It is the destination itself that you must seek.
I've never been on a mountain before. Where is this Mount Vale?
Far from here, I'm afraid. The mountain lies near Scarwood Keep, home to King Elo and the human empire on the other end of the world. How to get there, I do not know.
You mentioned a pond of knowledge. What is that?
The pond of knowledge is the splash that awakens a sleeping child. It is the mist that lifts the veil of ignorance, the wave that fuels one into action. It is a place that too few have been to, and from which no one can ever return.
You said I'm going to face many obstacles on my journey. What should I expect?
I wish I could say, my child, but only time will tell. One thing is certain. When you get there, you will never be the same again.
But I'm not sure where to start. If I'm going to go on such a journey, I'm going to need help.
And so you shall have it. Follow your guardian, Ophelia, the White Wolf, for she shall be your guide.
The White Wolf?
Wolves are sacred creatures. They appear to those who are lost and help to guide them. Not necessarily where they want to go, but where they need to.
But I don't see any wolves.
In order to follow a wolf, you must first summon one.
How do I summon a white wolf?
The same way you would summon any animal. Present it with a gift.
What kind of gift?
Wolves are passive creatures, unless threatened. They eat animals of the sea, and so a fish might suffice.
Why does the wolf I summon have to be white? Why not black or gray?
The color of a wolf's coat can change based on the mood of the person who looks upon it. As one's emotions darken, so too does the wolf's coat. Given your youth and innocence, your guide's coat will be as you yourself feel inside, white and pure.
Thank you for your guidance, Adina. I'm going to look around.
Good luck, my child. I will continue to watch over you while you summon your guardian. Remember, you are not alone.
Waking. Oh my gosh, I have no idea what happened to me or where I am. I remember falling asleep in my bed, the same bed I always sleep in. I remember pulling the violet comforter over my body for extra warmth against the cold house air. And then when I opened my eyes, I wasn't in my bedroom anymore. I was in a beautiful forest, flying and basking in colorful light. It was warm, healing. I'm not quite me anymore. I have elven ears and I feel somehow lighter, as if stones had been removed off my back. And this garden, it's the most beautiful I've ever seen. Then I met her, Adina. She said she is a goddess and that this is the Garden of Eternity. She informed me that I am a pixie, which explains the ears. I feel comforted by her presence, and I somehow know that I can trust her. Adina told me that I have a perilous journey ahead of me. I must travel to the summit of the wolf and drink from the pond of knowledge. I have no idea what this means, but I know that I have to do it. It's this feeling that I can't shake. But it doesn't mean that I'm not confused about all of this. Adina said my first step is to summon a white wolf with a fish, and that the wolf will guide me to my destination. Now, if I could only remember the fishing trips I used to take with my Uncle Pete when I was little.
The Garden of Eternity, a mystical Eden-like environment that is home to the goddesses. The Garden of Eternity is surrounded by a flowing white mist, giving the whole area a surreal, dreamlike feel. The centerpiece of this garden is a large pond known as the Pond of Youth. Only the purest may enter into the Garden of Eternity, and those who do are instantly filled with feelings of peace and contentment. Goddesses. Goddesses are divine beings of light that manifest themselves as mother figures in the corporeal world. They have magical abilities and appear when a lesser being is in need of spiritual guidance. Highly nurturing, goddesses provide both comfort and unconditional love. Though they attempt to guide, they never direct or take action, and they have the tendency to speak in riddles.